Hey everybody, Tony here, and welcome to part 3 of my latest episode of TTBurger Game Reviews. If you have not seen the other 2 parts, I recommend you do so now, but those of you who just want to see part 3, then welcome to part 3 then. In part 2, I took a look at the game Lammy on the PlayStation 1, and gave it a 9 out of 10 because it improved on some things from Parappa The Rapper, but there were still some existing problems that were still in this game. Today though, we're gonna fast forward to the year 2002, a little bit after the 1-year anniversary of the PlayStation 1 released here in North America. And Parappa the Rapper, this was the first and only Parappa the Rapper game on the console, and the game we'll be looking at today is Parappa the Rapper 2 by NanaOn-Sha and Sony Computer Entertainment, released in 2002, like I mentioned. Now, going into Parappa the Rapper 2, I really thought they were going to take all the improvements they made in Lammy and put them in this game and make them even better. But unfortunately, that was not the case here at all, because this game actually was kind of disappointing for me. It's like they took a huge step back, a step backwards, and just the game is probably out of these 3 games here, Parappa the Rapper, Lammy, and Parappa the Rapper 2. Parappa the Rapper 2 is the worst one in the series, in my opinion. And we have a lot to talk about here, so let's get started. First off, let's talk about the story here, and the story was, I mean, I know the storylines were hokey in the other 2 games, but this one tried to combine hokiness and seriousness at the same time, and honestly though, they don't really work at all. Of course, I'll explain a little bit about the story here. The story talks about how Parappa won a coupon at a burger shop, and what he got with his coupon was a 100-year supply of noodles. But ever since then, he's been having noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the time, and he's sick of it. And while he's over at his love interest's house, Sunny Funny's house, I mean, he gets upset because he has to eat more noodles, and he decides to go with his friend Peter to the burger shop to try to get some burgers. But then it turns out that all the food in Parappa Town, yeah, Parappa has a town named after him now, which is kind of weird because I did not know about this in the other 2 games that he had a town named after him. That all the food has been turned into noodles and stuff, and Parappa wants to find out what is causing all the food to turn into noodles. Along with that, he also wants to win Sunny Funny's heart once again. Now, the hokiness part of the story is fine, but just the seriousness part, just trying to save a town from because all the food turned to noodles, just doesn't really fit well at all. I'm sorry, it just does not fit well in a rhythm-based game. It's gonna be used in an action game or something like that, but as a rhythm-based game, it just does not work at all. For the presentation, there is some things I need to talk about here. The graphics do look better, because this is on a PS2 game and stuff. This is a PS2 console, stuff like that. The graphics look fine, and I don't have a problem with them, and the frame rate runs at 60 frames per second as well. But the problem is, since this is an upgrade from the first 2 games' graphics engine, you can see some jagged edges at times in the cutscenes and stuff like that, and during regular gameplay too. And it's not a game killer and stuff like that, but these graphics could have been ironed out a little more. But the graphics still do a reasonably good job. The graphics in the presentation wise still do a pretty decent job and stuff like that. So not gonna harp on that. But for sound, yeah, let's talk about the sound here. Voice acting is pretty good here. The voice acting is pretty good and stuff. But the music though, the music is just not as memorable as it was in the other 2 games and stuff. And the music is just they pretty much stuck to one genre of music. That's a lot of the rap songs here, which, like I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of rap music and stuff, but I thought the songs in Parappa the Rapper were actually kind of memorable. Here, these songs are just pretty basic and stuff. A lot of them are pretty much focused on the 70s, these funk genre stuff, and the slow rap genre stuff. Just that when you have more than one song that's like this, the songs just get kind of boring and repetitive, and they're not so memorable. I mean, I can give them credit and stuff like that, but the lyrics of some of these songs are just amateur-like. It's the first level, which takes place in a burger shop. I mean, I know that it's gotta be about the level they're at, but the lyrics sound very basic, and it seemed like it was written by an amateur and stuff like that. I mean, I have nothing against against the songwriters and that because I know they're trying their best, but just that I feel like these lyrics should have been written a little bit better is the thing. Now for gameplay here, gameplay has taken a step backwards here, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, but it kind of did. First off, the difficulty has been toned down a lot. I mean, I know the difficulty was decreased a little bit in NanaOn-Sha, but they did it just to balance the difficulty because the difficulty in Parappa The Rapper was a little too high. Here, it took a big step down, and now the difficulty is just so easy. It's like when you play. I mean, like it just what happened here? I mean, I barely failed any songs. I barely failed any songs at all. And even when you beat the game 4 times, when your hat changes color and stuff like that, the difficulty gets a little harder, but it's still way too easy. I mean, sure, I may have complained a little bit about the difficulty in the first game, but still, it was still a challenge. NanaOn-Sha was still a challenge, but Parappa The Rapper 2 is just way too easy. And there are some existing problems in this game, but there is one existing problem that's been in the other 2 games, and that is you still can't resume a song when you pause the game. Seriously? This is the 3rd game in the series, and you still have to restart a song when you pause the game. I mean, why? Didn't you guys learn this before? I mean, like, I understand challenge. I understand like challenge is one thing, but this game is way too easy. And like, why couldn't you just have a resume song option? So like, what if you have to go to the bathroom or blow your nose or something like that, or get a drink of water or something like that, and you're doing well, all of a sudden you have to start over when you're almost done with the song? Why? Okay, I'm sorry, dude. It's just kind of, it's just stupid as all. It's kind of frustrating when you have to restart the song over from the beginning and stuff. And my main complaint about this game, though, is that there's not much replay value to it. There are only 8 songs in the game, and like I said, like it gets harder after 4 playthroughs start. And I'll talk about this in a little bit. But the song only 8 songs, and that's it. They could have done something different. They could have done some more. I mean, here's the thing: the characters from NanaOn-Sha are in this game, and I'm gonna mention go off topic a little bit. But the characters from NanaOn-Sha are in this game. And they barely do anything. They barely talk in any of the cutscenes. Sure, they help you in some of the levels. You can see Lammy and Mawson and Katy Cat playing their instruments and stuff in certain parts. But still, it's like, why couldn't they do more? In fact, they could have had a mode where you play as Lammy and stuff like that. Like have rock versions of the songs, like how they did like with Parappa's gameplay and NanaOn-Sha as well. They could have done something like that, but no. It's just 8 levels and that's it. I mean, that's why, this is the main reason why I didn't like this game. Not much replay value, just like Parappa The Rapper 1. I mean, sure, it's got a couple more levels from like Parappa The Rapper, but still. And there are a couple good things about the gameplay I should mention here. Like, the variety of places you go to. Like, you go to a burger shop, you go to a haircut place, you get to go to Parappa's house and stuff like that for some like love karate, some like relationship love or karate thing with Chop Master Onion and stuff like that, and more and more and more. And they did have a nice job with the variety EDs and stuff like that, and I like that they did that. That's a plus right there. That's definitely a plus. But still, it's like and this is gonna be a spoiler here. Like I said, when you beat the game 4 times, Parappa's hat changes different colors. When I beat the game for the first time, I didn't know what happened. I thought it was just like, oh, the hat changed different color. What's the point of that? And I thought it was like just like to get you to play the game more. But it turns out the game gets a little bit harder, but still too easy. But when you beat it 4 times on the yellow hat, when Parappa's on the yellow hat, you unlock this cool music video of Sunny Funny song, which is called Come a Long Way. And I gotta say, I like the music video. The music video looks nice and stuff like that. It's got Sunny Funny singing the vocals, it's got Lammy on guitar, it's got Katy Cat on bass, it's got Mawson on her drums, and it's got the two punk bullies from the games in the band as well, and it's got J2 and stuff. And of course, I like the music video. It's much better than the thing you unlock at the end of Parappa The Rapper 1 was just just Sunny Funny and Katy Cat dancing. Here, it's worth it. But the problem is that it's so easy to get because the game is just so easy. It's like, imagine if they put more care into the other parts of the game instead of this. The game, this unlockable would have been more well worth it and stuff. I mean, I like it, but since the game is so easy, you'll easily get it and stuff like that. And there is a way to how to play, how to get this music video to be played, like after you beat it 4 times. But if you want more information about it, go look up on GameFAQs.com in the cheat section, because it has like tells you how to get it and stuff. But besides from that though, there's not really much else to say. I mean, it's not a horrible game. It's a disappointing game compared to the other 2 games. I mean, it's nice how that all the characters from Parappa The Rapper and NanaOn-Sha are in this game. I like it. But the problem is that like a lot of them don't even do much and stuff. I mean, they barely talk and such, which is kind of a disappointment. And the fact that there's not much replay value after the 8 levels and stuff, and getting that music video unlocked and stuff. And again, that's basically all it is. It's like there could have been a Lammy emote and stuff like that. But then again, you know what else they could have done for this game? They could have made a game based on like another character. They could have made it based on Masen, where you could play her drums and stuff like that. Or on Katy Cat doing bass or so, or focus on an entirely new character like doing like a country song, doing something like some country music like that. They could have done more, but they decided just to go back with Parappa The Rapper. And I hate to say this, but I kinda wish this was better. I mean, I know people like the game and stuff, but compared to the other 2 games, it's not that great. And I'm sorry to piss off people who like this game, but my final rating goes like this. It's a disappointing game, but it could have been better, but it could have been worse at the same time. I will not be giving this game a 0 or a 1 or anything like that, because that's too low. I think the best score to give this here is a 6.5 out of 10. It's got great graphics, great variety in the levels, and the music video at the end that you unlock is great and stuff, but there could have been more to this game. That's much all I gotta say. And that's pretty much it for the Parappa The Rapper series and stuff. I hope you all enjoyed that. I mean, I'm sorry if this episode got a little out of hand, it's just that if you play this game, you know what I'm talking about. That's much all I gotta say. Peace out, and one more thing, you gotta believe.